Oh my gosh, what is going on in this city? Hey, so this is toDIYfor, and this week I'm kind of doing a makeover space of my current deck. I moved into this new apartment a couple of months ago, and I was ecstatic that I was going to actually have an outdoor space to live in this year. Even though it is itty bitty, tiny, and small, I'm going to do my best to maximize this space with a DIY and just kind of show you how I make over this space, because really, if you've got a deck that looks something like this and it's small and you think, ugh, I don't want to spend any time out there. If you make it nice, you are going to want to spend more time out there. We had 30-degree weather here the other day, and I was so angry that it wasn't the way I wanted it to be, and it didn't look as nice. Mind you, I still was outside, but I want to get this space revamped and ready for when that warm weather does come back, because that's just Canada for you. Sweater and pants on today, tomorrow we could be in shorts and t-shirt. So I'm going to show you how I revamp this space and a few DIYs along the way. Okay, so here is the space that I'm working with. As you can see, pretty small, but I want to make a seating area out here so I can have dinners and whatnot and just really enjoy this space. Okay, so this is a piece that I picked up off of the internet, and it was just like on Kijiji or on Facebook or something, somebody was selling it. It is from a spool, and I always thought that I could turn it into a table or something. The idea is to turn it into a table. This is going to be a perfect hole for an umbrella, but it's pretty rough right now. The other side actually looks kind of nicer, but it's got these metal things in it, and I can't really sand that down. So I'm going to sand this down. So sanding it made it look a lot better, and if you're wondering, that cost me $10 to get. After that mess, I just wanted to clean the whole space, sweep off all of the sawdust, and then kind of just throw this up here. That's where I'm going to mount it. It takes up as minimal space as possible, and it's an easy way to make a table. So before I do that, I'm going to put down my mat here. As you can see, it kind of looks a little strange. I sewed 6 mats that I picked up from the dollar store. I sewed them all together, and I didn't sew them completely together because I kind of got lazy, but I couldn't find an outdoor mat that fit this space because it was kind of an awkward size and there wasn't really any. So I kind of stitched it all the way along the bottom there, and then again in all of the seams and on the sides. So now basically just doing some pilot holes. This is going to drill right into the railing, and it's actually really quite sturdy. Be careful though, because yeah, I really gashed myself doing that, but I grabbed a 2x2 as well to support the opposite side here, and I just wedged it under, measured it to be the proper height there, and once I got it in place, I did screw that in place as well, just to give it some extra support. Next, I wanted to put some lighting up out here, and my outlet is, as you can see, on that far side, so I actually tucked this extension cord underneath the door so I could have it start on this opposite rail. Now, I put a couple of nails into the rail underneath there, and I tied some twine around it, and I tied that as tightly as possible. This gives me a place so I can clip my lighting onto it. So the lighting was about 20 bucks for this 20-foot strand, and I picked those up at Walmart, and I think it looked pretty good. And you can see it just clips onto that strand there, and it goes all the way along the one side of my railing. Next, what was that? I just lost something over the railing and I have no idea what it was. If you're wondering, I never got that. I have no idea where it is. It seems to be working fine without it. Popped up my umbrella though, and a few of the final touches include stools. Now, these are my indoor stools for my kitchen currently. I am hoping to find some cheap ones that are used online very soon.
Next, I needed to bring some plants outside. You know I love my plants. These are 15 bucks at Walmart, so I pulled that guy out. This is a previous DIY that I made last year, a little fire pot there, and a few other items I picked up at the thrift store. So there's just a candle, I got a little flower pot, and I would suggest going to the thrift store. It's a cheap place to find decorative items, but you want to make sure these are heavy items so they don't blow away. That would be something to keep in mind. And lastly, I got this little clock. It was a couple of bucks, and I have a very large overhang on my porch from the house, so I think the clock will be fine. So here's what it all looks like. Alright, so this is my new space. I love it. Can't wait to see what it looks like at nighttime with the lights out. Joys of filming outdoors. Anyways, this is the new space. Oh my gosh, the traffic here is insane. It's so loud! Anyways, let me know what you thought of this space, what you loved, what you hated, maybe how I could improve it. I do think I want to add some flowers, and I am changing these stools. These are my indoor stools for my kitchen. Just have them out here for now to use until I find some cheap ones online, and I'm hoping to do a cool cushion cover on them, give the space a little more color as well. Let me know what you thought of this. If you're redoing your backyard, your deck, your patio, I'd love to see how you're doing it. You can send me some photos on Instagram and on Twitter at Janelle Steeper. Tag me in those photos so I can check out your DIYs at home. Always love to see what you're doing, and give me some suggestions for upcoming videos of things that you'd like to see me try, because sometimes I have a hard time finding out ideas. Oh my gosh, what is going on in this city? Okay, I'm done. I'll be back next Wednesday with a new DIY. Cheers.